Hello Stampers, welcome to Make a Card Monday. Today for our card we're going to make this fun rainbow happy birthday card. I really think it's a cute card, so let's get started. I'll show you how. So to make this card you're going to need to start off with a piece of lovely lipstick cardstock that measures 8.5 by 5.5. Okay. You're also going to need a piece of basic black cardstock that measures 5.25 by 4. And you're going to need a piece of Whisper white cardstock that again measures 5.25 by 4. Okay. To do this, we're going to be using the Happy Birthday Thinlits. Okay. I love this die and I'm so glad that it carried over into the new catalog. And now there's a new one like this, very similar, that says thank you. And I'm super excited to get that one too. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our 5.25 by 4 piece of basic black and you're going to run it through the Big Shot with the Thinlit. Okay, now this is what's really important is when you pull it off your Big Shot, keep the Thinlit on it. Okay, because this is going to be important because we're going to need to be saving all the little pieces. Okay, so you're going to run that through and then you're just going to set that aside. Then you're going to take your Whisper white cardstock and we're going to start putting the background colors on it. Now for this card here, I used the new in colors and I just love them, so I'm going to use them again. On this one, I did a diagonal, and I think on this one, I'm going to do stripes going across. So what you're going to do, you're going to pick out your colors of cardstock. You can do, 2 colors, 3 colors, 4 or 5, whatever you want to do. And I cut mine into 1/2-inch strips. Okay. So all we're going to do is you're just going to take a strip. I'm going to put my snail adhesive on it. And then I am just going to start covering my piece of Whisper white cardstock. Now, I know when I place this over the top that it doesn't come all the way to the edges on any of the sides. So I know I don't need to go all the way to the edges. So keeping that in mind, I'm still just going to keep putting on my snail onto my pieces, and you're going to butt them right up beside each other and just going to trim. Okay, I like to go in rainbow order just because I love rainbows. So I'm just going to continue on down with this one again, butting one color up to the next. And I found when I was doing it cattywampus or diagonal that I only needed one strip of each color. Okay, it looks like it may be the same going this way. Let me get through one of each, and you see that I'm cutting it, and it's not quite half, but it's close. Yeah, I think this is going to work. So I'm just going to keep going. Going to center this one like that. Take my grapefruit one. Actually, this one didn't go all the way up, so let's move it up a bit. There we go. Got my adhesive on the back of that one, and I'm just going to do it like that. Okay, so there it is. That is how we do that. Then I'm going to bring back my piece of basic black, and I'm going to carefully take the outside piece off. Okay, leave all these pieces in there, but I'm just going to take the outside piece off. I'm going to lay it on here. Again, make sure it's all covered, and it is. So that is great, and I'm just going to run out of snail here. So let's use our Tombow. And I'm just going to put it on all 4 edges or all 4 sides. And I'm just going to lay this on just like that. Okay? Now, I do know from experience that I want some of these edges glued. So I'm just going to kind of put a little bit on there and pop that down like that. Okay. So now what we want to do is we want to start popping out these pieces and gluing them in their appropriate spots. So to me, it seemed like the easiest way to do it was to start with the biggest ones and then go down small. So I pop that out of there. I know this goes up into my H. So I'm just going to put a little Tombow on here. I'm going to lay this on here so that it goes up into my H, just like that. Okay? This is my next biggest piece, so I want to do it. And it goes right beside where the last one was. So it's going to go down here like this. I'm going to go just like that. Okay? Now, I think this one would be a pretty easy one to do. So let's pop it out. Again, a little Tombow on there, and it's going to go. And I like doing this with the Tombow because I have a little bit of time to play with things so that I get them exactly where I want them. If you use snail and you do this, pretty much where you put it down is where it is to stay. So I really like the Tombow in that I can kind of adjust things depending on where I put it down. So these are pretty teeny pieces, so you know just a dab of the Tombow is all it needs. Just keep playing with these little pieces. Okay, and that one came down too far, so I'm just going to move it up a little bit. With my Tombow, I can do that. Okay, this one's going to go here, and I see that it goes under the long piece to the left of the T. So it's going to go like that. This piece goes down the long side of the T. I'm going to go like that. Move it down a little bit. Okay, so then I'm down to my final piece here. And I'm just going to put some adhesive on the back of it and stick it down right like that. Okay, so there we go. That is all the pieces filled in on that. Okay, I see I have a little bit of white showing up here, so I'm just going to take my scissors and trim that down just a touch. I'm going to turn it over, put my adhesive on the back of it. Okay, going to take my big piece of lovely lipstick, fold it in half to make my card base. Use my bone folder to make it nice and crisp. Take this piece I put the adhesive on. I guess if I put it right side up, that would be nice on the card, wouldn't it? Just going to adhere that down just like that. So there we go. So there is one made with the horizontal stripes, and there is one made with the diagonal stripes. So hop on over to my blog and leave me a comment on the post. Let me know which one you like better, whether you like it better with the diagonal stripes or the horizontal stripes. And I'll be drawing a name to give one of these cards away for free. So thanks for stopping by.